Hello everyone, so in this video I'm gonna solve the second part of question 1, which is about differentiate between structured data and unstructured data, and also quantitative and categorical data with their suitable real world examples. So let's get started with the video. Getting started with the structured data. So what is the structured data? Mostly the thing that comes in your mind after listening the structured data is that it is in a structured form like rows and columns or a SQL sheet or an SQL table or a Excel sheet. That's all that comes in our mind whenever we heard about the structured data. So the formal definition for this is like that this is data that adheres to a strict predefined data model where it is highly organized and easily searchable by algorithms because it follows a rigid format. Yeah, the rigid format here is referred to as the columns and rows format. So how it works? So think of it like a filling cabinet where everything has a specific folder. It usually lives in rows and columns within the database. That already I just said. So examples of data of a structured data are relational databases, SQL tables, Excel sheets, spreadsheets, and phone books. So all of these things are a form of structured data. So in the end of the structured data thing, I just want to say everything that's in a format of rows and columns is a structured data. Now comes to the unstructured data. So what are these? So unstructured are data where those are not in the form of rows and columns. The main thing, it's messy and you cannot easily store it in a traditional rows and column things. So the formal definition for this unstructured data is like that information that does not have a recognizable structured form, predefined models. It is messy and cannot be easily stored in a traditional rows and columns database. So how this thing work? How unstructured data works? So in this type of data, it is difficult for a computer to understand without advanced processing like AI or neural network processing, natural language processing, because it lacks the labels. Because in the structured data there are labels and attributes that are set to the label. So in unstructured data there are it lacks these things like labels and attributes. So it's hard for an AI or a natural language processor to, or any analyst or a data scientist to understand what is this unstructured data or things. So a data scientist can easily understand that it is unstructured data, but for AI and other models, it's typically a harder thing, because in these models the thing that they look for is labels and attributes, and if they can't find an attribute or label there, the model is gonna predict something very wrong, apart from the things that you wanted to find. So yeah, examples of unstructured data is the body text of an email, social media post, video, audio, file, images, and PDFs are all the examples of unstructured data that are not in a form of rows and columns. Understood? So the next one, quantitative and categorical data. So yeah, quantitative data. So what is this quantitative data? Let's go through the definition first. So data that is expressed as numbers and represents count measurements. It is objective and answer questions like how much, how many, or how often. So how this quantitative data works? So this data can be used for mathematical calculations, statistical analysis like average, sums, and etc. Now Let's compare it to the categorical data. So categorical data. So what is this categorical data? So the definition for it is as data that represent characters, qualities, or groups is a categorical data that the things that you can actually categorize into multiple things. Like in mathematics, these are integer numbers, these are whole numbers, these are natural numbers, and in physical world, this is a plastic bottle, this is the glass bottle, it is made up of copper, like things that can be actually divided into categories of data, categories, right? So it places information into distinct categories that do not have a mathematical meaning. Yes. So dividing things into multiple categories that do not have a mathematical meaning. So how this categorical data works? So you cannot do math on this data. You can't read. You can't add red or blue, but you can count the frequency of each group. Like in a data set where multiple colors have been given, let's take an example of a shopping mall where people are buying black and white clothes more, and people are not wearing more colors often, like red, blue, or orange kind of things. So they're not wearing those colors. So in that thing, we can actually perform this categorical data where we can find that how many people are actually interested in buying the colorful clothes. Like people are buying 5 shirts of blue color, blue jeans, and comparing it, and how many people are actually buying black clothes. Like I'm a black clothing guy who loves wearing black clothes, dark clothes actually. So with this, so we can actually do this categorical thing in the real world like this. So how many people are buying black t-shirts, black jeans? How many people are actually buying white jacket on a black t-shirt? So it all of these things can be compared by this thing, categorical data. So it's all are there into this data. And examples of this are nominal, that are not ordered, eye color blue, green, brown, gender yes no, ordinal data that is ordered. Like I said, that in a yes, the example has been shown here, like ordered t-shirt sizes and all of these things, like who is taller and who is shorter, what clothes they will buy. So t-shirt sizes small, medium, large, XL, double XL, 4XL. Customer satisfaction, how that are customer actually satisfied with the cloth material. Like people often buy linens and all of this cotton things, but they hate wearing woolly clothes in summer. So we can exclude that thing from our collection where we have put our clothes. So it can help that in this season we can put these things in your closet of our clothings, and people will buy those things from the shop, from the store. And we can do, and with the categorical data we can also perform things like we can also perform analysis where we can actually divide the seasonal reaches. Like people are buying linens or cotton in summers. People are buying woolly clothes, more more sweaty wear for winters. So yeah, we can do it by the help of categorical data, and all of the data, structured data, unstructured data, with quantitative data, with all of this. So data science is a huge field. You can actually find very different kind of things in this. So it's an interesting subject. All of you should understand this subject, and all of you should learn this subject as well. So thank you for watching this video. I hope it has given you some good information about this data things. So thank you for watching this video.